Oh, circumstances. Yeah. Sorry. Marcus is in it. No, we're not supposed to say names on here. I have an interesting relationship with that man.
This is Promiscuous Time Traveler, and, well, he stirred up a little bit of drama with Circumstance, which eventually led Razor Comics, and, well, there's just a whole lot of mess. We're going to break down this latest bit of drama, and we're going to take a little bit of a deep dive into our boy here.
I don't think he understands my sense of humor.
A lot of people don't. I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah, and it like doesn't work, cause like I feel like I have to like mansplain to him where I'm coming from, because like what I'm saying is like genuinely offensive, and I think that his tastes are like garbage.
That is the most pretentious thing I have ever heard in my life in the comic book community. You don't understand my humor because it's so highbrow that I have to toxic man explain it to you. You know, maybe with a little self-reflection you'll realize that possibly you're just not funny. Like, I've watched you in and out of Legion of Comics and Black Comics, and I don't remember ever sitting there thinking, oh my god, that was a pretty intelligent joke. Usually you just do weird stuff, and you're just a weird dude who comes off like he's got big brain problems. You are the community college dropout kid that had to leave because, well, they just couldn't keep up with his intelligence. That's really what you are. Fast forward, Circumstance does a live show on Tuesday nights called Frock and Chill, and he's going to address this and probably a lot of other things. Let's go to the clip.
And the main gist of his spiel is that I have garbage taste because I like Something Is Killing the Children, which is okay. I got garbage taste. All right, I can, who gives a fuck? But where he pissed me off is when he described that him and I have a relationship. We don't have a fucking relationship. I hardly ever talk to the dude. I'm not, we don't have a relationship. I don't know what he's talking about. But that didn't trigger me either. What triggered me is when this motherfucker he's decided that he has to mansplain shit to me. This little pipsqueak motherfucker who steals from his friends has to mansplain shit to me.
So what does he mean by stealing and not paying money back and all this other stuff? Well, your boy found the clips. Check this out.
Kyle was going through a really bad spot. I still consider Kyle a friend. I just don't trust him anymore. I love that guy. I wish nothing but the best for him. On March 11th, he and another person and I were backstage of a stream, and he talked about needing money to pay his rent and survive, and going through all the stuff with his dad and all of that. And I had the money at the time. And again, this was 6 months ago, so I lent him the money. Common ground on this, and right now we're just so far apart, dude.
We were so like close friends, and
I know. I hate this, dude.
like you were one of my best friends.
I also don't want to do this on someone's stream, so
I don't like this.
Well, that didn't age well, especially for a guy that has to mansplain things. That's so awkward.
There's another dude, Razor Comments, who keeps my fucking name in his mouth.
So as the show goes on, and he's kind of done dealing with the whole promiscuous time traveler thing, Circumstance must have had a bad day. I'm not sure, but he just starts letting the rant fly about Razor Comics too. And if you know anything about the YouTube community here, you can't mention Razor's name without him making a response video. So this ends up happening as well.
Yeah.
Right?
And what's going on is...
But you're
go ahead. I'm sorry.
He says the whole thing. He don't like drama, right? Everybody's saying this guy don't like drama and stuff like that, and you're making a video talking about other people's problems, right? He doesn't owe you money.
Yeah.
He doesn't owe you anything. He doesn't have to mail you whatever it is you're talking about. He owes it to somebody else.
Yeah, and I don't even
talking about it.
Exactly, and we don't even know about it. Like he's just, what he's doing is he's doing this like he's assuming that we know there's some shadiness with this this guy. And if we don't know, which I don't have no idea about this guy and whatever shadiness he's talking about. So what he's doing is he's claiming, whether it be true or not, that this guy is shady. That he's saying that, hey, this guy is shady, and that's creating its own drama. He's putting this guy's, pretty much just putting him on Front Street.
They didn't know that the other video existed out there of him, babbling and crying on air, and the guy kind of coming forward saying, hey, you owe me money, when you going to pay up, and the whole 9 yards. And to be fair, how would you? Like, that happened all the way back in September 2024. So, it's just one of those things, I guess. So now that you're up to speed, I guess the big question is, why make this video? Why insert myself into their situation? And I guess I'm doing it really for 3 reasons. The first reason is this guy, of course, right? I've never met such a pseudo-intellectual in my entire life. It's just completely fake nonsense that he spews out in this whole, you just can't figure out my wisdom because I'm so much brighter. And the pretentiousness of him going on air and telling YouTubers how it needs to be. Just the absolute gall from somebody who comes in here on the YouTubes, interjects some drama like he's recently done, and then disappears for 6 months. You're not consistent in any way, and you don't need to be lecturing creators about anything. Seriously. And there's a couple of you out there that are like this. And it's just absolute nonsense. Stay in your hole, mind your business, and unscrew your life. Seriously, every time he's on air, he's got some other major drama thing going on. If it ain't money or stepfather or whatever the case may be. He is just for somebody to come on air and start telling people how to do things when your personal life is just so screwed up and you air it out there for everybody. We can't help but not take you seriously. Reason number 2, we cannot let these two bury the hatchet and become buddies and work together on anything. Because if they do, drama content here in the comic book community would be done. They would be the #1 show and nobody else would get any views for any other type of drama. They would corner the market and destroy us all. And reason number 3 can best be summed up by something that Circumstance said, and that I actually agree with.
I think there's been a lot of talk, and I've talked about it on this show before, and it's certainly true that if you're going to put yourself out there, you can't be out here caring what everybody says and thinks, and that's an absolute fact. But I think we oftentimes forget the other side of that, which is that doesn't mean you can say whatever you want without consequences, right? You have free speech, but you don't have freedom from consequences.
Well, that's going to wrap this video up. And the algorithm's detecting that you may like this video right here. So definitely give that a check out and let me know what you thought of it. And please, don't forget, I'm JINK A.I, your comic book community host. And thank you for watching.